It's my last hoorah. It's been a long time we've been doing this, and I can't even remember how many years. 26 years we've been doing this. We started off with doing, I think, probably 15 or 20 kids, 25. We started off doing 25 kids. This year we're doing 260. It's a great thing. This community and everybody supports us, and for that I'll always appreciate them. It's good to see everybody here. Y'all make me proud to be the sheriff of this county. You make me proud to have worked here my whole career. I wish you all a Merry Christmas. I wish you much success in the future. I'm going to miss some of y'all except for Buckner. Not you, Bucky. If some of y'all can fix Bucky after I'm gone, my hat's off to you. But seriously, I appreciate y'all for being here. If none of y'all shows up, this thing does not work. So don't quit coming. We need your help. We need everybody here to do what they do. This is our 26th time doing this. We started off going to the Kmart down in Hiram. I think we started off with like 15 kids. We grew from that to this year we've got 260 kids signed up. The first year we started out, of course, we didn't have any money, so we was on a real tight budget, and most of our guys that was there, we wound up going into our pockets and trying to make it last. We reached out to the community, told them what we was doing and why we was doing it. The community supported us since the day we started this. Now the program is very lucrative. We don't have to beg for money anymore. We send out flyers to everybody. They send us the money. We put it in an account, and we do this every year. Usually the 2 weeks before Christmas here at the Walmart in Dallas. Usually the whole month of November, they come to the office in the evening. I think they start at 6 o'clock. They come in and sign up. And of course, you have to prove that they're your kids. You have to bring some paperwork. We post it on our website every year. So if you'll look at that, if you've got a need, and we only do a certain age group, that we want to have some positive interaction with the kids. We want them to have some interaction with us. So we want them to be old enough that they can walk around with us. We take the kids, we put the parents somewhere else, let them have coffee and donuts. We take the kids and shop with them. So it gives them a little bit of time with an officer and kind of put a name to a face and lets them know that we're just people too. It means everything. It's not Christmas at my house until we do shop with the cop. Every year, everybody's like, "Are you ready?" I said, "Till we do this, I don't do anything." So this kind of gets me kicked off. It's heartwarming to watch. We got 260 kids signed up. It's great to see the community always support us without that, and I hope it keeps going. And I think it will. It's a good thing, as you can see. I don't know how many deputies we got here. They're lined up from one exit to the other. They're all happy to be here. They're on their own time. Some of them stayed up after working all night. Some of them got up early in the morning to be here. It's a great thing.
School safety is on everyone's mind these days, and even a simple comment to a friend can cause fear and confusion. When you're talking with your friends online, at school, or even on the school bus, don't make comments about weapons or threats to school safety. If you make verbal threats or talk about bringing weapons to school, joking or not, you will face serious consequences. Be smart. Don't do it. It's no joke.
Actually, I did.
Hey guys, if I could get you to settle down for me, please, and remain seated in the back. Thank you.
I'm sick of this place, man. I'm probably gonna shoot it up tomorrow.
No, I was just planning on wearing this dress that I got.
Base 2, this is bus 16. I have got an emergency.
The words you use are incredibly important. Think before you speak. If you make a threat, whether serious or not, you can cause great harm to others and end up facing serious consequences. Threats against public schools are a serious crime. It's no joke.
If you overhear a threat against our school or any students or staff, reporting it right away is crucial. It's your responsibility. It doesn't matter how it was intended. School threats are no joke. Don't pass it along and don't spread rumors. Report it to a teacher, an administrator, or a school safety officer. Report it. Don't share it.
They better not come to school tomorrow. Someone's gonna get hurt.
If you see or hear something, then say something to an adult. Your action can make a huge difference to help keep our schools safe. Threats against public schools are a serious crime. It's no joke.
I have nominated Miss Leanne McDougall as the Employee of the Month for Paulding County. When you meet her, she's like the warmest, kindest person you'll probably ever meet. And not only does she bring that to her job, she brings that to everyone she interacts with in this community as a prosecutor for us. And it's just inspiring. A day in the life for Leanne is going to be revolving around how she can serve Paulding County, and more specifically the juveniles as a juvenile prosecutor for Paulding County. She wants to make sure she's prepared, that she's putting forth her best work, and she's serving with kindness, which I think is really important as a prosecutor and as someone that works for a county and as a government employee. She's very close with her family. She loves her kittens. She's constantly talking about them. If it's not about juvenile court, she's going to tell you a story about her cats. She's always asking how everyone is, what she can do to help them. And of course, we don't all serve in juvenile court. I serve in superior court doing the felony cases, but she's still checking in on me and seeing what I need in my adult cases. And that's not, we hear people say that's not my job. That's not coming out of Leanne's mouth ever. She's checking on all of us constantly and seeing how she can serve everyone. She is so loved by this office and this community in this courthouse. This courthouse is lucky to have her. Paulding Juvenile Court is lucky to have her. And this community is just so lucky to have someone so passionate about Paulding and the juveniles in this county.
Oh, it's getting a little bit louder this time, ain't it? Good to see y'all. Hope y'all had a good weekend. Sorry for my little head cold right here. But good to see y'all for the Paulding County Commission work session on the Lord's Day of January the 28th. And we're going to call this to order. But good to see a few people here. I think Jim, where are you at? Jim Henson back there. You got Jim Tully. Any other elected officials that I'm missing?
Ashley Henson.
Yes, Ashley, I see you. How can I miss you, Ashley? Huh?
The one in Nolan, Solicitor General.
I didn't hear you.
We also have the one in Nolan, Solicitor General.
Yolanda Nolan, where's she at? Okay, there you are, girl. Any other one that I missed? Good to have y'all. Thank you so much. If you have a cell phone, a device, be sure to put it on silent so it won't interrupt anybody. The marshal, if he can bring up the list for me, thank you. Philip, am I okay standing up? Where's he at? Is he here? He said last time, because I stand up, I hate sitting down. The picture only got me from here down, so it didn't get my face. So, okay, good. So we've got to give, if y'all will stand, we're going to have prayer, and we'll pledge allegiance to the flag. And I'm going to get my buddy Derek Berry to come up here from Tabernacle. He has graciously given us his church for precinct stuff. He's worked with our county in many things, and just found out a little bit about him. He was the only male. He's got, I think, what, 5 sisters?
4 sisters, mom, and they always got girl dogs. So I was surrounded.
So do you feel like a minority in a sorority?
I just know how to treat a lady.
Yeah, you know how to treat a lady. And I heard a lot about your two boys, roustabouts, and you love outdoors, don't you?
Oh, yeah, they love it.
That's good.
Maverick and Montgomery. We had a good old time.
Good. Well, it's a pleasure to have you. Lead us in prayer and a pledge, buddy.
Yes, sir. Be happy to. Lord, I come to you this morning, God, so graciously and thankfully to be here amongst my community. Lord, I'm thankful for all the elected officials that are here, that Commissioner Tim recognized. And Lord, I just pray for them. God, I pray for wisdom and guidance in the task that they have at hand. Lord, I pray for the safety of Ashley and his entire sheriff's office and the marshal's department. Lord, I pray each and every day that you would guide them every step that they take. But Lord, I pray for protection. Lord, I'm thankful for this day that you've given us. Lord, the sun rose this morning, and we should all just be in awe of your grace and your glory. And Lord, I pray for us as a community, as a county, as we're growing. And I pray that we would have wisdom in these commission meetings. I pray for Commissioner Tim and the entire commission board, Lord, for wisdom and from you on high. Your word teaches us that there's earthly wisdom and there's heavenly wisdom, and we want the heavenly wisdom so that we can be the best stewards of what you've allowed us to have. Lord, I pray for this meeting specifically. Anything that's brought up, I pray, God, it be brought up with the right attitude and the right action would be taken. Lord, we praise you for what you're doing and what you've allowed us to do. And Lord, I just pray all this in the name of Jesus, our Savior. Amen.
Amen and amen.
All right, let's pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen. Thank you all. Just as a reminder, the minutes are available for review. From January the 14th, 2025, the work session minutes, and also January 14th, 2025 board meeting available for your review. So do that. I think we got an announcement now. Actually, this is your baby, the polar bear plunge. Has anybody ever done that besides me, the polar bear plunge? It's amazing. All right, go run it.
Amazing.
I loved it.
What's going on, everybody? Lieutenant Ricky Waters with Paulding County Sheriff's Office here. We're coming to you guys to tell you about a wonderful event we have coming up on February 8, 2025 at 8 a.m. in beautiful Hiram, Georgia at the Roundtree Recreation Center. What's it called, Detective Apperson?
It is called the Polar Bear Plunge Special Olympics, Georgia, Paulding County.
That's right. All right, guys. Now we're going to cut to Sheriff Ashley Henson and let him tell you guys a little more about the event. Thank you so much. Sheriff Henson.
Thanks so much, Lieutenant Waters. My name is Ashley Henson, and I'm the Sheriff of Paulding County, and we're so excited about the 2025 Polar Bear Plunge that's going to be happening at Roundtree Recreation. This is such a wonderful event. We've done it in the past, and we're going to redo it again this year, but the money that we raise for this event goes to Paulding County Special Olympics. I've been to these events many times, and it brings us such great joy to see these young people and the enjoyment they get out of being a part of Special Olympics. So we're excited about the Polar Bear Plunge, and we hope everybody comes out and supports this event. Remember, you're going to be freezing for a reason. Thank you so much.
All right, guys, on February 8th, 2025, come take the Polar Bear Plunge with us at 172 Ship Circle in Hiram, Georgia. That's at Roundtree Recreation Center in beautiful Hiram, Georgia. Have a great day.
That's going to be an exciting time. Doug Woodruff, I want you to come up and speak to us, Board of Commissioners, on the naming of the Airport Drive, Chattahoochee Tech Avenue Training Academy to Hangar 1, O'Hare Way.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, Chairman Estes and members of the Commission. My name is Doug Woodruff, and I'm the President and Chairman of the Board of the Museum of Flight, which is out at the airport. I'm here today on behalf of Pete O'Hare's family, friends, and the Museum of Flight to thank the Commission for passing a resolution at your December 10 meeting in support of the naming of the road from the Chattahoochee Tech Aviation Training Academy over to Hangar 1 as O'Hare Way. We were unable to be present at that meeting, but wanted to attend as soon as possible to express our thanks to you. I'm joined today by the museum's Executive Director, Christine Lewis. Also, three very special guests. We have Pete O'Hare's widow, Susan O'Hare, his daughter, Savannah O'Hare Mello, and her husband, Sean Mello. Pete O'Hare, call sign Wheeler, was a highly decorated Marine Corps aviator who served our great nation with honor and distinction. A true patriot who loved God, country, and family. He was the principal founder of the Museum of Flight and a driving force behind its success. Although we have all felt the profound loss caused by his death, his memory has inspired the members of his beloved museum to ever greater success. Pete was laid to rest at Arlington National Cemetery with full military honors and a funeral escort, which included a separate firing party for the 21-gun salute, a platoon of Marines with the colors, and a full military band, all of which intercepted our funeral procession about a quarter mile out and escorted him to his final resting place. This level of pageantry resulted from the respect and honor he had garnered during his exemplary service from the Marine Corps. The naming of O'Hare Way is a fitting and honorable gesture by Paulding County in remembrance of such a great patriot, and for that we are truly thankful. Thank you.
Bid awards. Discuss the action to award 2025 asphalt project. Contact 1 to the lowest bidder, Northwest Georgia Paving, in the amount of $10,129,485.25. Roads included in the contract are located in Post 2 and in Post 3. Funding of the project will be from the general fund and SPLOST. Mr. Jones.
Morning. Paulding County Finance Department advertised the DOT 2025 Asphalt Project Contract 1. The project work consists of milling, leveling, plant mixer surfacing on 20 county through roads, a total of 26.95 miles. Like you said, work is in Post 2 and Post 3. 7 bids were submitted for this work. The bids were opened and received on January 17th, 2025. Northwest Georgia Paving was the lowest responsible bidder in the amount of $10,129,485.25. This bid was 9% lower than the county estimate. The next lowest bidder was $10,185,812.92, a difference of $56,327. The work will be funded through SPOST and general funds, and if approved, the contract has a completion date of October 31st, 2025.
Any questions or comments? There are none. Thank you.
Thank you,
George. Next is discuss action to award the Morningside Drive water and sewage main relocation contract for construction services to Artica, how do you pronounce that? Ardito? Huh? Ardito. Construction Company, Inc., in the amount not to exceed $652,000. Funding will be through the Renewal Extension Fund located in Post 3. Ray Wooten.
Good morning. The department
grab that mic. Some people in the back.
Oh, good morning.
Changed it. There you go.
The Georgia Department of Transportation is replacing the bridge at Morningside Drive. We currently have a water main on both the north and south side that both will be have to be removed because of the expansion of the bridge. We advertised for the relocation project back in October 18th. We received 6 proposals on November 21st. The low bidder was Ardito Construction. They have been thoroughly vetted and they're one of our approved contractors. And what they will be doing is they will be excuse me, relocating part of the main on the east side. They will be hanging a main on the bridge and then splitting it back to 2 mains on the west side. And we're looking for support in getting the award made to Ardito in the amount of $650,000.
Any questions or comments? There are none. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we got Mary Carol Sheffield, and tried to find a little bit about you, girl. Hope you don't mind.
Oh, good.
I found out that you are a graduate of Auburn and forestry. That's exciting. You're a master gardener. You are a previous Cobb County teacher.
You went way back.
Way back. Well, it's good to have you. Thank you.
It's so good to be here. Thank y'all for having me this morning, commissioners. I'm super grateful to you for your support for our extension programming, and I'm excited to report on our activities from 2024. In 2024, we processed, oopsies, hold on, I'm trying to, there we go. Oh, there we go. We processed 271 soil tests and 61 water tests, and I'm not finding the right slides, y'all, I'm sorry. Let's see. There we go. We processed 271 water tests, 271 soil tests, 61 water tests, 2 forage tests, and 352 insect and plant diagnostic samples. And we use those results to help make sound recommendations to our homeowners and farmers and landscape professionals to help reduce the use of fertilizers and pesticides in our landscapes. Also in 2024, we conducted a lot of programming. We did our Journeyman Farmer Certificate for small fruit and vegetable production, the Master Naturalist Certification. We did a whole set of events around the Southeast Pollinator Census with Paulding Enterprises, with our schools, and with our local libraries. And we also did education with our Tri-County Cattlemen's Association to help them with forage management programming. In addition to that programming, we also have a whole group of volunteers, our master gardeners, who help us do outreach in our community. And last year, We had 16 Master Gardeners report, and they reported 1,276 hours of volunteer time in our county. And through that time, they provided 25 public gardening programs for youth and for adults, including Sprouts in the Garden at the library, the Georgia Landscape Steward Certification Program, their first annual family garden party, which is an extremely fun event. And we hit a lot of our local school STEM programming to do STEM nights with schools and do some STEM day programming. One of the things that we're super proud of is that in our 16th year of awarding our local scholarship, we were able to give 3 students scholarships last year. And so that was super fun to do, and those students are now studying horticulture and agriculture at UGA and ABAC. Our 4-H program also had a phenomenal year. Our 4-H team meets every month with every 5th grade classroom in the county. So that is 99 club meetings every month, and that's just kind of the baseline programming. We additionally have 37 volunteer leaders and coaches who team up with us to help bring monthly programming for specialty clubs like Horse and Pony Club, Shotgun Team, Archery, BB, Forestry Judging, and Poultry Judging. And all those volunteers also team up to help us with events like our public speaking contest that we call Project Achievement. All of our 4-Hers, no matter the club or topic, learn about leadership, citizenship, and skills that they can use for a lifetime, and they're supported by these caring adults. So this year, our 4-H program had some remarkable accomplishments. We held our 4th annual Project Achievement in the county, and we hosted 141 students, all 5th graders. That was an 80% increase from the year before, in 2023. And we also had the highest participation for our county at the district version of that contest. And later in the year, we had a senior 4-Her who was selected as a state 4-H Healthy Living Ambassador. Her name is Savannah Blaylock, and she is a wonderful outreach coordinator for youth in our county about healthy living. We had our BB team participate in the Daisy BB Nationals in Arkansas in July, and our shotgun team qualified for the state 4-H match, and our senior skeet team placed 3rd in Georgia at that match. We had several staff members who were recognized for outstanding accomplishments, including Kristen Thomas, who was the Georgia Master Gardener Association Award of Excellence winner in 2024. Josie Davis was the Georgia 4-H program state award winner for personal column and promotional piece for an article that she writes for our Paulding News and Views magazine. And I was awarded the EPD's Rivers Alive Organizer of the Year award. So what's happening this year? There's a lot going on already. We've got Horse and Pony Club that's been meeting since the start of the school year. They meet August through April. We have Master Gardener Sprouts in the Garden each month at Dallas Library. 4-H summer camp registration begins next week. We're super excited about that. And we're also gearing up for this year's public speaking contest. And we would love anyone who wants to be a volunteer judge to give us a call. We'll sign you up, train you, and get you ready to go. It's a lot of fun. That's going to be on February 15th in Dallas. We've got a monthly program at the Dallas Library, and we've got our Arbor Day tree giveaway with Keep Paulding Beautiful coming up on Arbor Day in Georgia on February 21st. And we also are currently registering for our 2025 Journeyman Farmer Certificate program this year. It's going to be small ruminants, so we're teaching people about goats and sheep and how to raise them on small acreage. And this is just my favorite little picture that popped up in my memories this year on Facebook. The one on the right is my forestry judging team this year, and they're just sweet and full of life, and I'm excited about them. But in my memories on Facebook, my 2014 popped up, and I saw this picture, and I thought, gosh, this is its own impact statement. These 4-Hers in this 2014 picture are all grown now. They're all adults, and they're all really productive citizens who came through our Paulding 4-H program. One is a lineman. One is an educator. One is a nurse. 3 work in various business endeavors. Another works at the Shepherd Center. One is working towards his pharmacy doctorate at UGA. And 3 others are currently pursuing PhDs in math, biochemistry, and in forestry, of all things. So all of them are products of our 4-H program that team them up with caring adults in our community and gave them opportunities to learn by doing. I can't take credit for the success of all of these kids personally, but I think all of them would give credit to our 4-H program for helping them in their 4-H careers to learn about public speaking and leadership and citizenship and to get to try things that they might not have gotten to do if they hadn't participated in our programming. So it's a pleasure to work with the Board of Commissioners and to serve the citizens of Paulding County. We're super grateful for your support and grateful to be able to bring the land grant mission to our citizens and all of the University of Georgia's resources. So if you have any questions for me, I'm happy to take them, and I thank you for your time.
I have a question.
Sure.
Mary Carroll, could you explain to everybody what Paulding Enterprises is? Because I think there are a lot that don't know what it is and what they do.
Sure. Paulding Enterprises is a local organization that works with developmentally disabled adults, and they come each day and they're there. They do lots of activities. They learn, they serve, and they exercise, they sing. They're so much fun. If you ever get the opportunity to go work with them, it's one of the most rewarding things that you will do because they are so loving and so kind and so pure of spirit. It's just wonderful. We love working with them.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Good job. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, sir.
Everything
I appreciate your
that you do.
background
Yeah.
information.
On the consent agenda, the first one is authorize the chairman to sign the Criminal Justice Coordinating the Council CJCC subgrant award number B75-8-001 in the amount of $20,000 to provide the mental health website. Ms. Pollock.
Mr. Chair, you can keep going through.
Oh, I keep going. Okay. I'll go through the whole thing, right? I'm getting it. Okay. Approve. The next is approve a 1-year renewal of the existing contract service agreement for the Paulding County kiosk program. Then the next is to confirm the appointment of John Walton to the Paulding County Civil Service Board for 4 years, term January the 1st, 2025 through December the 31st of 2028. Animal Control Board appointment with the term of January the 14th, 2025 through December the 31st, 2025. I'm just going to mention the names. That's Jason Platt, Jessica Gulick, Jennifer Farwell, Charles Spann, Don Forrest. The next is the Cemetery Preservation Board appointment with the term of January the 14th, 2025 through December the 31st, 2025. Shelley Sidhu, Vince DeCesco, I can't pronounce it, DeCesco, Lisa Carbon, Nancy Hollenshed, and Brian Cochran. Fire Advisory Board appointment with the term of January the 14th, 2025 through December the 31st, 2025. You got Dan Osmond, you got Matt Mason, Randy Richards, and Robert Owens. Keep Paulding Beautiful. Oh, and then you got Chris Wheeler, yes. And then the next is Keep Paulding Beautiful. Commissioner's appointment with the term of January the 10th, 2025 through December the 31st, 2025. Justin DeVos, Judge Sewell, Gary Goswick, John Grant, Kelly Grant, Amy Shedd, Bob Banks, Ashley Hatcher, Brittany Haygood, Christian Thomas, and Shelby Bone. The Planning Commission appointments for the term of January the 10th, 2025 through December the 31st, 2025. Jacob Wicks, James Steele, Ellis Aston, and Roger Leggett, and Jody Palmer. The next is Construction Board of Advisors and Appeal appointments with the term of January the 10th, 2025 through December the 31st of 2025. Art Ragsdale, James Steele, Ken Ellsbury, Jamie Cochran, and then we have a vacant seat. The next is appoint Keevy Dixon to the Paulding County Department of Children's Services with a term of January the 14th, 2025 through December the 31st, 2030. Next is appoint Tim Sudreth to the Board of Ethics with the term of January the 14th, 2025 through December the 31st, 2029. Reappoint Don Benson, Michelle Boatwright, and Michelle Craig to the Regional 1 Department of Behavioral Health and Development Disabilities, the DBHDD Advisory Council with a term of January the 14th, 2025 through December the 31st, 2025. The next is Paulding County Economic Development, Inc. appointment with a term of January the 10th, 2025 through December the 31st, 2025. You have Dean Snyder, Virginia Galloway, Doug Shaw, and Kathy Helms. Next is Recreation Board, appointed within the term of January the 14th, 2025 through December the 31st, 2025. Derek Lawrence, Ben Parris, Randy Pullen, Paul Taylor, Debbie Lossick, and Melissa Cullenberg, and PJ Bougie. The next is the Water and Sewer Advisory Board appointment with the term of January the 14th, 2025 through December the 31st, 2025. Robert Owens, Robert Maddox, Bobby Maddox, David Barnett, Justin Fuller, Michael Kent, excuse me, Michael Creighton, and Jim Smith, and Wayne Kirby. Zoning Board and Appeals appointments with the term of January the 14th, 2025 through December the 31st, 2025. Lamar Clark, David Roberts, Jack Hart, Robert Owens, and Bruce Johnson. So do I have to
ask if anybody wants to move any of those to new business?
Does anybody want to move those to new business, or you happy with that? Okay. Old business, we have none. New business. Discuss actions to approve the change order for the Motorola P25 radio project in the amount of $100,645 to be paid for the SLOSS fund, Mr. Mumford.
Morning.
Hey, buddy.
First off, before you do the agenda item, the chairman has mentioned several times about the work that he's observed of my folks at the 911 Center, and we appreciate the acknowledgement there. They're glad to see that the job they do is recognized. He came out during the snow a couple times, and
it was fun.
Got to see them work. The agenda item that before us today, this is a change order 3, the third change order, and hopefully the last change order on the radio system project. We're very quickly nearing the end of the project. We have one site under construction, and they're not encountering any rock or anything unexpected there. So hopefully this will be our last change order for this project. This is in the amount of $100,645. It's a two-part change order. There's $31,030 for breaking and disposal of rock, which was found at the Sheriff's Department Training Center site at 270 Dallas Industrial Drive. And then there's $69,615 for the improvements at the Seven Hills Tower site, which is located at County Services Lane. And at that one, the original plan was to put all of our equipment inside of the American Towers compound. And when we started studying the system plan, our consultant looked at it, and they said that it would be in the county's best interest to build a compound outside of that compound, locate all of our equipment in our compound so that it would reduce our ground lease. And that resulted in being able to negotiate that lease for that site down by approximately $2,650 a month. And so this change order will pay for itself in just over 2 years. And we just located the compound just outside of the American Towers compound on county-owned land, and we extended a little bit longer ice bridge to get our cables from our new compound over to their tower. So, and anybody have any questions? This being paid from SPLOST funds.
No question. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hurry up.
We're still on schedule to end the project by December 31st of this year, and we should start testing the radio system, hopefully June or July is when we should be getting radios out to our responders and start testing. So.
Thank you. Next is discuss action to approve Resolution 25-02, imposing a moratorium to accept the application of rezoning for the master plan residential, the MPR, and the active adult residential R55 zoning district.
Good morning, thank you.
Good morning, Ms. Lee.
We're presenting Resolution 25-02 today, which would prevent the Planning Division of Community Development of accepting rezoning requests for up to a 6-month period for the master plan residential and active adult residential zoning districts. I did some quick numbers today. These are our two newest zoning categories for residential uses, and between the two of them, we have in the past probably 5 years approved almost 3,000 lots for those two zoning districts. So we would just like to, we are always reviewing our zoning ordinance, our code of ordinances, our development regulations, and as we continue to do this, we would like a little pause on any applications for these two zoning districts so that we could thoroughly review these districts along with our other items that we're looking at. And we project right now, we have the resolution set for 6 months, but right now we would project having a text amendment to present to the Planning Commission in March. So as soon as that was adopted, we would be able to lift this resolution. And I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Any comments, questions?
I do. And I understand the MPR, but the R55, why is that being held up?
Just looking at, when we looked at these were the two newest residential districts, and just looking at the sheer number of projects that we've had rezoned to that, these also allow the smallest lot sizes of all of our residential districts. But I'm happy to, if anybody would like to change something, be happy to make that change.
Well, the small lot sizes on the R55, I know they're 8,000 square feet.
Yes.
But the reason that most people move into a R55 is they don't want to cut grass. So if everybody would think about that, the reason you move into adult communities is because you don't want to have to do those extras. You want to enjoy the rest of your life. Thank you.
I know we've put a lot of hours into this, going over stuff, the whole board, so thank y'all for all the hours and the thoughts that you put into it. Any other comments or questions?
So, and as I understand it, we've put a lot of stipulations, or not we, but the zoning board has put a lot of stipulations on both these kinds of projects in the past. Will this rewrite, so to speak, of this ordinance, or relook at the ordinance, will that maybe help reduce the number of stipulations that we need to impose on any builders that would be doing these kinds of projects?
Certainly. Between the two zoning districts, we have two MPR properties that have been zoned and 17 R55. As part of our review, we would certainly look at all those stipulations and see if there's any common stipulations and go ahead and incorporate those as a minimum requirement in each zoning district.
Right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be fair to say that we want to combine the like things so that it's easier for everybody to understand and know that this is
correct.
The end goal.
If we've had a stipulation that's been made
every single time. It would be easier for everybody if we incorporated that into the zoning district so that it's a stipulation reduction act, I guess, and just make sure that if it's always been a stipulation, that it just becomes part of the minimum requirement.
Would it be also fair to say that these are the two most common categories where stipulations are in multiples?
Probably,
versus others?
yeah, I would say so.
So it makes sense for these two
Yep.
categories. Thank you.
Any other questions, comments? We will be reviewing this on a regular basis, and we'll be getting back to you on that.
And we really do hope to be able to lift this moratorium sooner than July 28th. Our schedule now, we'd already had some text amendments in line, so we'll advertise and hope to have that before the Planning Commission at their March meeting.
Great, thank you. Next is we're going to discuss action to authorize the real property identified as the Amsterdam Way off the Wendell Drive. It's shown on Plat Book 81, page 165 of the Paulding County records, be sold, conveyed, and coordinated with Section 24-31, sale of the county, on small and narrow strips of the real property incapable of independent use.
In December 2024, a property owner in the Windmill Creek subdivision, which is located in Post 4, contacted Paulding County Department of Transportation requesting to acquire a strip of county-owned property which abuts their property. The county-owned property was originally established for a right-of-way to service a future phase of the Windmill Creek subdivision. That future phase was serviced by a different roadway network, so this right-of-way was not needed for public use. This strip of property is roughly 5,400 square feet, 60 foot by 90 foot. The county, by ordinance, has adopted a process which allows for the sale or conveyance of the small or narrow strips of land, which is Ordinance 24-31. In accordance with that ordinance, Paulding County DOT is providing y'all a written recommendation that this property be sold or conveyed in accordance with Ordinance 24-31, and we're requesting the Board of Commissioners to consider that recommendation. In this case, there are 3 abutting property owners. If the board does approve selling or conveying in accordance with Ordinance 24-31, those 3 property owners would be allowed to bid on that property only, nobody else. And able to answer any questions if you may have any.
Any questions?
Do we have other properties, George, that are maybe not going to be used and that we could also dispose of? I just hate for them to sit there and do nothing if somebody could usefully employ those properties.
I'm sure there's, various properties that are out there, some maybe not as evident, like in this case, it wasn't shown on the assessor's map, the actual property line. So I believe this property owner recently, I think back in November, got their property surveyed, and that's where they noticed it, and that's where they brought it to our attention that this property was actually owned by the county. But obviously we can search the assessor's records, see which are county-owned properties, also look at plats, legals, and determine if there are areas that could be disposed of in accordance with this ordinance or just regular state law if it's a larger parcel.
Thank you.
Any others?
Looking at the plat, George, is there no potential future use for an easement or anything like that with this particular piece?
We looked at it. We also looked at it with the county attorney. I don't believe there's any infrastructure. It's undeveloped right now. I don't see there any public need for this property, Commissioner.
Any others? Thank you, Mr. Jones. Appreciate it, buddy. Next is discuss action to authorize the chairman along with the sheriff to sign contract with Dr. Mary East, providing inmate medical services. Ms. Paulding.
Good morning. Back in 2011, as an attempt to save money on medical costs for inmates, the county contracted with Dr. Wehunt. And so we've continued that relationship in a couple of different forms over until recently. And it has saved us money in that the inmate sees this doctor and then they determine if they need to see a specialist or if it's urgent or if what kind of medical care needs to be given in each case. So it has reduced our medical cost at the jail significantly. Dr. Wehunt's passing earlier this month has required that we look for someone else, and so Dr. Mary East of the East Clinic here in Dallas has stepped up, and she's been coming into the jail and seeing patients. And so the sheriff has Sheriff Ashley Henson has requested that we enter into a one-year contract with Dr. East for her to come in and visit with those inmates and take care of our medical calls.
Any questions, comments? Thank you. Next, discuss action. Next is discuss action toward the Morningside Drive water and sewer main relocation at Mill Creek Bridge, replacement CM services to Atkins Realis USA Inc. in the amount not to exceed $95,980, funded through the W&S Extension Fund located in Post 3. Mr. Wooten.
Yes, the Morningside Bridge project we talked about a little bit earlier that we're looking to award to Ardito. The project was designed based on layouts in coordination with the Department of Transportation utilizing Atkins Realis. Part of this program, when we combined the two mains on the east side of the project to go beneath the bridge and attached to the bridge, the hangars were also designed by Atkins Realis. And so we are asking the board to allow us to extend a Morningside Drive water and sewer main relocation in Mill Creek replacement CM services contract with them to allow them to continue to work with DOT and the contractor Ardito to install the new main, if approved.
Any questions or comments? Thank you. You can stay up there. You got one more. Discuss action to improve the purchase of granulated activated carbon from Calgon Carbon to the amount of $135,600 funded through the Renewal Extension Fund located in Post 4.
When the Richland Creek water plant was originally constructed, there were 6 vessels that could each hold 60,000 pounds of granulated activated carbon. We are looking to fill that 6th vessel so that we can coordinate when we rotate out and get additional carbon so that we can actually regenerate the old carbon. Calgon has supplied all these vessels in the past, and we use the activated carbon to take care of taste and odor, and it also is good for eliminating PFAS from drinking water. So we are hoping that you will approve the filling of that 6th and last vessel that we have at the Richland Creek Reservoir. The amount is $135,600.
Any questions? Thank you.
I just have a technical question that I just didn't know. I suddenly thought of it. How long does this last, this carbon in the tank?
Well, we're currently pushing 1.4 million gallons per vessel a day. The more you push through, the longer they last. We replaced in early '24 2 of the vessels that had been online for a little over a year and a half. Depending on new regulations as to the treatment of PFAS, we will be pushing more through that, which will make us need it sooner. But right now, they're for two to last a year and a half, they're going to last probably around 9 months per vessel, depending on if we push 500,000 gallons or if we go to 1.4. That was the number I gave you. I'm looking at probably 9 months.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions, comments? Thank you, Mr. And then one more, discuss action to improve in development agreement between the Wintergreen Development LLC and Paulding County for sharing the cost of Cadillac Interceptor sewage project located in Post 3.
The Cadillac Interceptor project, also known as the Cadillac Reroute, is we have a pump station called the Rakestraw Pump Station, of which we have new developments that will be pushing water toward that pump station. We are going with development agreements on anybody that needs to have sewer service toward Rakestraw because Rakestraw cannot handle it, so they are all paying a contributed cost to help fund the building of the reroute. This development agreement with Wintergreen is for $375,000, which is their participation based on the number of lots they are looking to add to the system.
Any questions, comments? There are none. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sandy, do you want to bring this up now?
Mr. Chairman, I would like to make a motion to add naming of a roadway at the Paulding County Airport. The roadway is Cardinal Point leading up to the hangar areas. And I would like to make a motion to name that road Carmichael Court.
I'll second that.
So there's a motion, there's a second. All in agreement, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
And Mr. Chair, just to clarify, that'll be added to the regular session agenda for a vote.
Yes. That's the conclusion of the business public participation on agenda items. I need a motion to go to executive session. Oh, okay, I do. Any comments of everything we've discussed? You okay with everything? Do I hear, have an order to go to executive session?
I make a motion that we go to executive session and adjourn from there.
Do I have a second?
For real estate.
Thank you.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?